I am back from London and my board meetings at Brentford FC. What an amazing club, a fantastic experience to be on the inside of a Premier League team is still sort of beyond even my thoughts at times, but certainly I appreciate everyone there, the CEO, Cliff Crown, Deji Davies, the entire club has been fantastic to me. My guy, Marcus Gale, Jalil, this is a real show. And Marcus Gale
Mhm.
is a Brentford ambassador, club legend. And, I was wearing my nice little fit for the board meetings and, I was showing a little ankle and he made sure
Yeah.
just in case I needed some cocoa butter for them ankles, he had me on lock.
Oh,
So
you already
he's a
know.
real one. So I appreciate Marcus and everyone there. We had a great time. And then, went down to Bournemouth to see Brentford play there at Vitality. And I sent you the picture, got to link up with our guy, Tim Bezpachenko, who is now one of the top guys at Black Knight, which owns Bournemouth. And just an incredible experience. So fun to chop it up with Bez. Brentford got the result, so that was fun to be in the director's box in the boardroom for that result. But it was a lot of fun, man. I just am so blessed to be on another part of an amazing soccer journey. So shout out to the Bees. I appreciate Brentford. It's the best is ahead, and I love the experience I'm having with that club. And London and the UK is always a good time for sure. For sure.
Well, you got a lot to be blessed about and a lot to be grateful for, and when you talk about cocoa butter, that is a blessing for all of us. How many times has that resurrected you? Your ankles, elbows,
What?
knees, it can't
Come
be
on,
ashy.
man.
That's the first thing
Oh,
you're taught as a young Black individual.
yes.
When you're
Yes.
conscious of
Yes.
yourself, you can hear and remember
Mm,
mama or your
mm.
pops talking about, "Hey, don't walk up out this house, Ashley. You better lather up real quick. What's going on
I
here?"
mean,
So, you can't be ashy figuratively and literally. So, it's good to see that you still out here smooth with the cocoa butter.
when my mom would just get mad about it, she would just go find some Vaseline and then just
Oh,
face
yeah.
palm my face.
That's how
Big
hey,
ol' hand in my face.
people be getting it twisted. Wifey be saying all the time, like, "That's Vaseline. That ain't supposed to go either on your face or
Yeah.
on" what?
Yeah.
Vaseline is for the no, no, no.
We use Aquaphor now. Our guy, our EP, Steven Heraldo knows, yeah, we're Aquaphor.
Alan, we had this conversation at the crib. Aquaphor ain't nothing but Vaseline, but they charge you 3 times as much. It's
That's right, that's
Aquaphor.
right. They upcharging on the Aquaphor for sure. But hey, this is new ground. This is where we keep it 100. And one of the great parts about being in London and seeing matches live is you really get a sense for what a player does. And Tyler Adams, folks, is so good. His scan rate, his recovery, his communication. He is talking to 10 players and 4 on the other team all at once. His hand gestures, he's got everything you want in that position. And when it's time to defend, he's amazing. And it was a treat to see him. And I was talking to a really good friend, Daniel Guzman, who used to be head of performance, US men's national team, LA Galaxy back in the day. And I told him there was a moment, Jaleel, second half, and what this is like as a player. There was a full-on recovery, like,
Yeah,
box to box, where every single field player is on their bike, and it
yeah.
sounded like those 20 field players at Vitality, Bournemouth, and Brentford, it sounded like 20 Ferraris at the
Mhm.
Ferrari club in Calabasas rolling down Topanga to PC8. It was so quintessential EPL in terms of the recovery, the pace, the strength, everyone stopping on the dime, the deceleration, the acceleration, and Tyler Adams is a big part of that. So he will be an absolute key. And it's interesting because our guest later, we're gonna have Omar Gonzalez on, and that mindset you need to have about balancing being good every day in your club environment. But I also kind of want to put them in glass, Jaleel.
Correct.
and break him out
Yeah.
in 26 because he is that good, that important. And he's going to be a big reason why this team is successful. And you mentioned the Nations League. It's good to see him back and healthy because this is starting to feel like the group, in my opinion, that is going to be part of the clay that Pochettino really carves out to decide who gets to go to the World Cup.
When I think about Tyler Adams, I think about things that you can't teach. I think about intangibles. I think about
Well
mentality. I
said.
think about, being cut from a different cloth. And the reason why I think about those
Mhm.
things is because I remember when I was well into my career and Tyler Adams was a teenager starting for the New York Red Bulls. It was very clear that he was special. He was different,
Mhm.
and I'm talking about from a
Yep.
mentality standpoint. His intensity, his drive, his passion, his you talked about his speed and recovery and his intelligence to be able to read the game, yes, but you typically wouldn't see teenagers grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck. Typically, teenagers
That's
are
right.
kinda looking to wait to see, like, what the veterans are doing and then figuring out how they fit in. That's normal. He was like, "Nah, forget all that. Yo, we pressing this way, run this way, press him. Nah, he's weak. He can't pass the ball. So make sure everybody steps
That's
up."
right.
Like, to your point of him talking to
Yep.
10 people on his own team and then talking trash or whatever it is to 4 dudes to intimidate them on the other side of the line,
Mhm.
that's Tyler Adams. And then when you
That's
mix
right.
all that up with the fact that he's a baller, he can score goals too, he can manufacture goals too, and he's a leader in every single sense of the word. The fact that he's back with the US men's national team healthy with Bournemouth, and they're having a hell of a season in the EPL, by the way,
They
and
are.
they're still in contention with FA Cup as well, so they can win silverware as well. This is an excellent season here, for Tyler Adams, and we always talk about the fact that it is just about him being healthy, and I'm very excited, as are so many US men's national team fans that he's back in the fold. Don't forget what he did in the last Nations League final, scored that absolute banger from deep against
Banger.
Mexico. So, interesting
Yep.
prospect as far as him being back with Pochettino and company.
Yeah, bangers only. And Tyler, remember, Jalil and I are filling out our starting 11 for 2026. And right now we got Wes, we got Jedi. We wish him health. I know he's dinged for this camp. We certainly know Christian Pulisic, Tyler Adams as well. We want to continue to see players who play at a high level, who can do some work coming into 2026.